Hey everyone, Alex Cardinale here. How are you guys and gals doing today? Welcome to my live video podcast. I am doing something unique and new today. Today I present to you a series that I call Story Time with Alex Cardinale. This is going to be where I share some moments and funny events with you that happened in my life. Everything that happened in my life, I will share with you in this series, Story Time with Alex Cardinale. There will be some funny events, there will be some sad events, but you will get to know me better as a person with this podcast. Now, what inspired me to do this was I saw some YouTubers doing this exact thing. They did their own stories of what happened in their lives, and I figured I could do that, and I would have fun doing that, so here we are today. Now, Story Time with Alex Cardinale is going to be a monthly thing. I will be doing Story Time with Alex Cardinale once a and probably do it on Tuesdays because usually I'm always off on Tuesdays. And for those of you that don't know, I work at Texas Roadhouse, and this past Saturday I celebrated my 6 month anniversary. So I have been working for Texas Roadhouse for half a year now, and my anniversary with Texas Roadhouse was 6 months on Saturday. So I look forward to celebrating my first year with Texas Roadhouse in December. Anyways, today's topic is going to be a very fun topic and a very funny topic, and I think you're going to like it. Today, I'm going to tell you about my high school senior year prank that I was able to pull off, and it is really funny. I haven't told this prank to many people. Only my certain close friends and my family know about this prank. My brother Dominic was the first person to find out about this prank, and the way he found out is actually pretty funny, and I'll tell you about that in today's video. So before I begin, I want to thank everybody that is watching this video right now, whether you're watching live or you're catching the archived version of Storytime with Alex Cardinale. I truly appreciate your view, and I hope you enjoy this video. All right, so let's get started. I'll give you a little bit of a background before I get into the story. So, I went to a high school called Putnam Vocational High School in Springfield, Massachusetts, and I went there from 2009 to 2013. So my graduation year was 2013. So my senior year prank took place in 2013. Now, at that time, a lot of things are different than they are today. I didn't know that we had Uber and Lyft. I didn't know all the technology that we have. So, had I known that, things might have gone more smoothly. Anyway, I decided to do this prank on my dean of students, who basically is like a second principal in technical high schools or vocational high schools. They make sure that you're attending school, your behavior is good, all of that kind of stuff. So I was good for my freshman year, I was good for my sophomore year, and I was good for my junior year, and I was good for most of my senior year. Now, after I got past the first two marking periods and the third marking period, I started to skip a little bit and only attend the classes that I liked, which were culinary arts, my shop, and of course, um, gym and all the other classes that I liked, like ELA, English Language Arts, social studies, etc. So the dean of students was always on my case because he knew that I was skipping. So every morning he would go to my homeroom and look for me, which always bothered me because it was like he's stalking me to make sure that I'm in school. And it just got under my skin and made me mad every morning. So he would always go to my homeroom and ask the teacher if I was in today. And on shop days, shop weeks, I was always in school. And on the academic days, it would be 50-50. Just depends on if I felt like going in or not. So that was one thing that kind of led to my senior prank was him constantly, every single morning, going in to check to see if I was in school. Another thing that brought me to this prank was he was always checking my uniform. Back at the time in Springfield, Massachusetts, there was a set uniform. You had to dress nice for school. And I didn't agree with it at the time. I don't think you should be dressing nice just for school. It serves no purpose. Anyway, you had to wear a polo shirt, which was your school's colors, and you had to wear like dress pants. And I used to always go out of uniform during academic week, so I would wear things like jeans, t-shirts, sandals, and I guess sandals are a big no to wear in school. I guess they don't like it when you wear sandals, so he always gave me a hard time for that. And he always warned me with suspension if I kept coming in with sandals and jeans. So after a while, I stopped with that because I didn't want to get suspended. Because if I got suspended, there would be a chance that I would not be able to graduate. So I learned my lesson there and didn't wear sandals or jeans for the rest of the year. But what really bothered me, what really made me angry with my dean of students, was when he found out somehow I was skipping academic week, and he found out somehow that I had went to the mall with a friend of mine, and that I went to a restaurant with a friend of mine during school hours, and he was really upset at that. He was going to suspend me, but he ended up giving me detention after school for a few days. And that really pissed me off because it changed what I had planned. As some of you guys know, during this time, I was doing a cooking podcast called Chef Cardinale Cooking Show. And when I would have to stay after school for detention, it took time away from that. I would always run late to my podcast episodes because of my detentions during my senior year. So after a while, I said, what the hell, I'll stop skipping school and I'll just go so I can graduate on time and make this asshole happy. So anyways, after that, I decided I was going to do a senior prank to get retaliation on this guy for checking in on me every single morning to make sure I was attending school, for checking my uniform. I called him the uniform police because he would literally go from class to class checking every student to make sure they were in uniform. And I got pissed for him finding out that I was skipping school, and I went to the mall and the restaurant with my friend. So after that, the prank came to fruition. I made it with a friend of mine. We came up with it together, but I did it, but I did it more. I put more thought into it and created a more evil prank. It wasn't supposed to be the way it happened, but my brain got to work and I pulled it off. Some of you may find it funny, some of you may find it immature, but it was just my time frame. My mind was at that time frame because I was so angry after my senior year of dealing with this guy. So, anyways, in the morning, I used to have a class called Computers with my dear friend, Miss Boylan, who I now know as Pat. And may she rest in peace. She unfortunately passed away last year due to COVID, and she had cancer as well, so she's no longer with us. But But this prank, she didn't know about. She didn't know anything about this prank. So I told her afterwards, after I had done it, because she heard about it and she was wondering who did it. So I went in her room, her classroom that morning, and I went on the computer and I stayed there for a couple of hours and I made a poster. And the poster was what I would post everywhere in the men's room for the prank. So on the poster, I took a picture of the dean of students. He had his face picture on the website. So I copied and pasted it on a poster, and I put in funny text because I was going to place it in the men's room. So the text that I put in was "Pee on me. I like DICK." And I hung that up in the men's room. So there was like four men's room, four bathrooms in my school. So each one had had a picture of this guy with those words that I posted. So I put them next to every urinal. One in the men's room, and then one in the handicapped men's room, and I forgot where the other two were. But after I did that, I went to class like it was a normal day, and my friend came up to me and said, "You had the audacity to do that. I thought you were going to do something else." Originally, I was supposed to do something similar to that, but it wasn't going to be to that extent. He thought I was going to get in serious trouble, and he thought I was going to get suspended and all that stuff. But it didn't happen, luckily for me, because there's no cameras in the bathroom. It's illegal to have cameras in the bathroom, so that's how I was able to pull this prank off. Anyway, my friend took a picture of it, and that was the last I heard of that. Somehow, he ended up finding out about the prank, and my brother found out about it through the dean of students during lunch. My brother was having lunch with his friends, and he overheard the dean of students talking to one of the principals about his face being plastered in the men's room with inappropriate language, and he was trying to figure out who did it. And if he caught that person who did it, they were going to be in trouble. Well, luckily for me, I did this prank like 2 or 3 days before I could officially leave school and wouldn't have to go anymore. So he never found out about who did this prank. So when I was done and I left and school was over, I finally graduated, and my friend goes, "He still doesn't know who did it. Should I tell him?" And I said, "You can tell him if you want to, because I'm graduated now. It's not going to hurt me anyway." So I don't know if he told him or not, but he probably doesn't even know that I did it. So I told a lot of people after I graduated that I did that, and they were really surprised because they thought I was a nice person. But if you really upset me, I could be an asshole sometimes. So that is my senior prank. That is what I pulled off. Everyone else's senior prank that I know of wasn't to that extent. Um, this one will be memorable for me because I thought it was kind of funny, and I thought it was unorthodox and kind of wrong too. I shouldn't have done that, but he really got under my skin. I just lucky that I didn't get caught. He's probably a principal now, so hopefully he's not upsetting any other seniors during their uh, high school graduation. So when I graduated, I actually came face to face with him. He was one of the administrators that were responsible for telling you how the graduation was going to go. And when he came up to me, he was super nice, actually. And I always wondered why he was so nice. Maybe someone told him that I had did that prank, and I was upset with him, or he was just in a good mood. Maybe he was bipolar. But he was super nice, telling me he was proud that I was graduating. I did a lot of hard work in culinary, And then the whole time in the back of my mind, I was like, ha ha ha, asshole, I got you good because of that prank. So I hope you enjoyed today's story time with Alex Cardinale. We're going to end this video on a more of a serious note. And I want to say hello to all the live viewers out there. I see my good friend Matt Thibodeau is watching us live. Thank you for tuning in, Matt. I appreciate it. Hope you're having a great day. Okay, so I'm going to offer some words of wisdom for the 2021 graduates and the class of 2021. I know a lot of you in Florida have already graduated, so this is going to be new information for you. And I think some people are still graduating um, in June and July. So this is some of the stuff that I was taught from some of my teachers and other administrators during my high school senior year, and I'm going to pass it on to you. The first thing is be yourself. Be exactly who you are, whether you're gay, straight, or whatever. Just be yourself. If you're funny, be a funny person, or if you're a serious person, be a serious person. Do what you want in life. If you don't want to be a doctor, don't go to medical school. If you don't want to be a chef, don't go to culinary school. But if you want to be a veterinarian or 911 dispatcher, for example, go to a school for you that works for you. Don't do what people tell you to do. Do exactly what you want, and you will have the best results in life. Be productive. Find something productive to do. There's a lot of bad stuff going on in the world today, but you can be productive and do something positive for the world. Whether it be, in my case, a podcast that I did for so many years, that was productive for people in the fish keeping hobby and cooking. You could do a vlog. You could do pretty much anything that is productive. Meet new people. You'll meet new people at a job. You'll meet new people at school if you go to college. Just meet new people and become friends with as many people as you can. Because the more people you know, the bigger the chance you will succeed in life because you could use these people as reference for a job interview or a job application or anything like that. And the last advice I have for you is to live life and love your family members and friends because life is short, as we know, and you never know when you're going to die. So make sure you are living your life to the fullest and you are loving people close to you. So that would be my advice for the class of 2021 and everyone that graduated from 2021. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you thought it was at least funny. This is my very first time telling the story, so I will get better as time goes on. And like I said, I will be doing story time with Alex Cardinale once a month here on Facebook Live and on my YouTube channel. Now, the YouTube channel used to be Alex's Aquariums, but it is now under my full name, Alex Cardinale, and that is because of these Facebook Live. Each and every one that I do will be going to my YouTube channel, but I'll still be posting uh, videos of my fish tank and stuff like that as well. So hopefully you'll subscribe to my YouTube channel. Next month, in July, I'm going to tell you about a funny Kmart encounter that I had with a large man at in the men's clothing section of Kmart. Kmart is a store that is no longer open, but it was like Walmart. And there was a funny encounter that I had with this fat guy in the men's section of Kmart. And I'll tell you more about that next month. So I want to thank you all for tuning into this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And if the Dean of Students is watching this video, sorry your ass got pranked, but you were an asshole. So uh, hopefully you are a nicer guy now than you were back in the day. Because certainly you gave me a hard time. And at the end of the day, I give it back to you plus some. Alright, I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. And if you have any suggestions on how I can better myself during story time with Alex Cardinale, I would be glad to hear them. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next month for my next funny story.